to the DaChop Team. I'm your host, Seth Barbershop.
I'm your host, Thank.
Our show is about two guys and any friends that happen to come over with a topic that we want to chop up.
This is our barbershop style podcast. We discuss it all. Those at the shop will go in on it. We will. Let's chop it up.
She give me money when I'm in need. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Hey,
This your boy Twin Thank.
what's up, the Dark Child?
This is the DaChop Team.
And we're here.
We here today.
And
Listen, you know what I mean? We everybody knew what's going on last week when it comes to social media.
mm-hmm.
And we do social media roulette over here.
Yep.
And yes, this week we're going to chop out the Yee. Because that's his name now, Yee.
Is it Yee or Yay?
Yay.
I'm confused. I've been calling him Yee. And
All right, maybe Yay, but respectfully, YE. That's what we're going to talk about. We're not technically going to talk about him.
No. We ain't talking about nobody.
We're not talking about him in detail.
Wait, time out. Full disclosure. In real talk, we ain't really talking about nobody today. We just saying words that we apologize if it offends anybody up front.
Here you go. That was a shot. But anyway, yes. Social media, listen, we wasn't going on the phone, look for some things. I think that this situation we're talking about is going to be the portion of the show. Okay? You want to start off, Seth, with our child?
No,
You said no?
No. I mean, I'm afraid because them folks be moving in shadows. They move big in the shadows. But listen, so I had a conversation with a friend of mine recently, right? And I didn't even tell you about this because the whole conversation was asinine. But my boy was like, Kanye is going to be, he said this, hand on the Bible, Kanye is going to be the Martin Luther King of our generation.
Okay.
I was like, bro, are you out of your mind? Kanye?
It's Yay.
Yee. I said, personally, I don't know this man, but I had a friend one time. He's still my friend, actually. But he's bipolar. And every once in a while, he goes, I'm not sure where he goes, but it's a weird place. And he gets fervently addicted to ideas. And it's like it's a whole different person when he's in his episode, right?
Right.
But while he's in that episode, he's intelligent, quick-witted, in-depth, cohesive. The dude is, but it's like you talking to a monster, an intelligent, scary, focused monster you don't really want to deal with on a regular basis. But then a couple weeks later, he'll snap out of it and he'll barely even remember what he was doing. He's like, I said that, and I said that. Yeah, and you make perfect sense. But he can't stay in that mode. I think it'll give him a stroke. And as a matter of fact, my boy, we still friends, but he did have a stroke. It's bad. Anyway, that's how I see Kanye. Kanye can swear that he's a genius, but 78% of the stuff he says is absolutely ridiculous. But every once in a while, Kanye will get on to something and you be like, that was pretty good.
He got some gems.
He had a point there. But he doesn't stay focused there. He keeps moving. His brain, so synapses are firing. There's no chance he's a leader of a movement. He can't stay focused like that, right? But that brought me to the point where I'm going to go here with social media roulette. Is that Kanye accidentally, when Kanye said George Bush doesn't care about black people. Y'all remember that?
I remember that.
That was like 2005, I think, Hurricane Katrina. When he just deadpanned on national TV, George Bush doesn't care about black people. And it got quiet, and the whole country was like, did he say that out loud? Yeah. But then where did he go after that? Nowhere. That's not his. He just dropped the bomb and walked off. That's what Kanye does, right? So I get it. Well, recently, he's been on a whole nother tip. And he said something about another group of people that had some major problems in World War II. Right? And know what happened when he said that? He got censored up front, hardcore, slapped on the wrist, censored. Maybe not even slap on the wrist, more like a punch in the kidney, censored. You feel me? Major banks decided not to do business with him again, anymore. Closing his accounts and stuff.
Question. So when they shut somebody down and don't want to take their money, so are they still cutting the man a check? Here's your money back?
I'm
just curious because
I'm not gonna pretend to know because I've never seen that before.
I never, because I mean even Andrew Tate, he got canceled and they closed his bank accounts down. I'm like, so what you do with people's money? Because we all know the money is not in those banks. Well, you know what I mean? Saying so, what you doing? I gotta look that up. I'm sorry, but continue what you're saying though. So they shut this man down. Go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying because it was so funny the way they shut him down though. Mm-hmm. Like okay. For us as black men in America, right? Mm-hmm. You can say anything about black people and they won't blink back an eyelash. Remember the song FNF? F Ninja Free?
Oh.
They just had that song out a little while ago.
Yeah.
It won an award at one of them shows, BET, Swords, I have no idea. It won an award for best song. Right?
Yep.
FNF.
Free.
Nobody shut down nobody's accounts. You didn't get censored in the media. People didn't act like... So you can say that in nothing. Remember Cynthia G specifically? I think that's her name. She's a YouTube creator. But she's not the first person that said it. She just named that pops to my head. That says you should abort black male babies. She said this. This ain't no made up stuff. I don't remember anybody shutting down her bank accounts or banning her from this or kicking her out of this and not wanting to. So nothing happened. But this dude makes mention of some things that, while I'm not gonna say they're, follow upable, like, oh, I can prove that this is this. I can't do that. I'm just saying that he said it. He's talked about she was a gold digger. He's talked about whoop de whoop. I know rappers who I used to love, like Public Enemy. I mean, not Public Enemy. So I apologize, PE. But Master P, Tim Dog, Uncle Luke. They said some horrible stuff, and they can still open a bank account at Chase Manhattan.
Yeah.
NWA said F the police.
And they all had very successful careers, most of them. You know what I mean? Some came in billionaire.
Some became billionaire.
Some even worked with Apple at one point in their career.
Exactly.
Straight out of Compton.
But you, like, even the last rap I seen who had to deal with that was when Ice Cube came up with No Vaseline. Remember that? He had to deal with some smoke from them folks back then too. All because he said their name in the rap. But Kanye said, bruh, that's that social media. That's the argument that I was having with my boy. I said he brought up Kanye, he's gonna. I said, no, bro. I said, a lot of us get lost in the sauce. We see the top thing. What you didn't see was that behind closed doors, when people who have real power, there wasn't no another interview or something where they came out and told him, said, well, Kanye's wrong and everything like that. No, they moved in the shadows and they moved big.
Yeah,
It take power to get your bank accounts closed at a major international bank.
And mind you, like you said, the moves were made in the background quietly. It wasn't like somebody went on TV and was campaigning for this man to be censored X, Y, Z. Because no one came out. It was just, it was that backlash, he said this, he said that, well, that, whoop-de-woo, whatever. But all of a sudden, this concert gets canceled. This bank account gets closed. He can't do this no more. He loses ownership. But who made a public announcement that, okay, everyone, we're going to come together and we're going to shut this man down? No one came out and said, we're going to, openly, we're going to shut this man down. Nobody. No one said that. You can't name one person that said, hey, we agree that Kanye needs to shut up. No one. But somehow, in the background, behind the shadows, like Seth the Dark Child just said, things are moving. Stuff's getting shut down.
Big. And
How?
And
I don't believe the boogeyman, but apparently there is a boogeyman out there.
see, that's that part. I'm like, ain't nobody looking at this.
Like, are we missing that part there?
No, y'all can act crazy all you
Let's
want.
be clear. We
But-
saw what happened to Mr. Nick Cannon. He kind of fell in the same situation.
And
He got shut down. They took the show from him. He'd come back 6 months later and apologize and everything. But the point that we're making here is that that the other group has a lot of power
they have an agenda.
and they have agenda. And much of things have happened in the past for black people. And we talking about slavery and stuff like that. Because have everyone been through something? Yes. Have people been paid for it? Yes. Besides blacks. Right? To be clear, I'm calling with a fact. But it's the same that we can go out there and publicly disrespect our own people. We can have inappropriate songs out there that win Grammy Awards. Like, do we forget about WAP? That was, you know what I mean? Imagine you watching, because usually, back in the day, because I'm not that old, but when I used to watch BET Awards when I was younger, my teens, whatever, it used to be a family gathering. Because, mind you, the music was good. So, you had some people perform to get awards, but everybody in the living room at the same time. We had dinner already, so we just sitting there watching TV, dancing, singing music, whatever, performances. Now, you can't. I can't even do that now. Because I'm going to see girls walking around with jean strings, popping this and popping that, talking about what ate this, and there's no problem with that. There's no outrage to that. And I'm not saying they can't have that music and none of that. I'm not saying at all. Cool, make your money, boo, whatever you're doing. They ain't robbing nobody, ain't killing nobody. I'm not mad, right? But if you speak about another group of people, and you notice we ain't said the names yet, because we don't want that smoke neither.
I get it.
I get it. Hey, you know what I mean? They probably own YouTube too. I don't know. All I'm saying is that I think the one thing that Mr. Ye was providing, that we want that same power too. I'm jealous that they have that much power.
Yep.
And mind you, we as black community have a lot of power too. We may not have the same resources and power that they do, right? But guess who funds them? We do.
Yeah, we give a lot of our income.
We are the number one spenders in America. I'm speaking for America only. When it comes to America, the black community, we buy all these big luxury money, cars and stuff. We have the BMWs, the Mercedes-Benz, the Louis Vuitton, the Gucci's. All these big high-end items, and they don't care about us. To be clear, they don't care about us, but they will take our money. Weaves, nails. We spend these money all the time, every month, everywhere, all the time. Black community spends the money, but we have no power. Could you imagine if we spent 1 year, just 1 year alone, not spending any money with any company that's not black owned? I'll say this: America may fall apart.
Yep, they'd actually listen.
It would actually fall apart. Because you think about cars, used cars, new cars, we buy these cars. Yes, they are too, though, but we buy them too. Jewelry, high-end stuff. I mean, everybody don't care about having a Gucci this and Louis Vuitton for that and Rolex that. So those things will sit in those cases forever and not make any money. And the jewelers will lose money because no one's buying it.
Yep.
If you look at all these athletes, and I had to use them, but you look at all the athletes, NBA, basketball, football, soccer, whatever they are, rappers, everything, when they get their money, what they do? They buy jewelry, they buy cars, all the high-end stuff, and they talk about it and rap about it. So these companies are getting free promotion from these actors and actresses and people who got a lot of money. So the average people like us, not that we do, but people like us will go and buy those things because they won't have that same lifestyle of the people they see on TV. Everybody want a Birkin bag. No one would know what I didn't know what a Birkin bag was until they started making that whole thing. Like, oh man, your man's broke if you can't buy your Birkin bag.
Birkin bag, red bottoms. I mean, what?
Yeah,
Is a red
bottom. Like, right? What's red bottom? Oh, just red. So I can get some shoes and pay them red, and I have red bottoms. I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking. The point I'm trying to make is that we have as much power as they do because we spend the money. So all the thing that Ye was getting to is that, listen, he don't have a beef with him. He just wish that we will come together like they come together and run stuff and take over stuff. And we're not even on top of the take over, kill, and all. No. We just want to get some power, some respect here in America. Because, hell, we built America off blood, sweat, and tears.
Yep.
But I'll land my plan there and send back to the set because, I mean,
No, I'm taking off then, because I like where you went with the financial aspect because that was important to discuss.
Yes.
But in my other side, I want to talk about the cultural aspects of it. Right. Once again, those people, those guys, they don't care what we do to destroy our own communities.
Facts, they don't.
Even though they control the record companies for the most part, they control so many different aspects of so many different industries that they actually, I would say, even the television and media, they have control over that. They don't care what you say. They don't care what you say about your people. You just can't say their name, right? Right? And that's the portion because once again, FNF, AB black male fetuses, selling XYZ in our communities, right? And drugs and all that stuff. They don't have no problem with that. But you say anything about them, they come down like a ton of bricks. And it's so coordinated that this needs to be understood. They actively encourage you to burn down your own culture, but you better not touch theirs. This is just another example of them making that point. Because no matter what happens to Ye at this point, right? Or Ye, whatever. Whatever happens to him
Formerly
at
known
this point,
as.
other people got the message. I don't know anything about the Bloods and Crips and Gangsters. I don't know anything about them. I just know this, that in certain areas, you keep their name out your mouth. All right, and
Facts. or you keep their name out of the mouth and you don't wear their colors.
you exactly, you show some respect in their areas, and that be the end. That ain't the end of the conversation. You just know that. But once again, they censored this dude, and if he comes back and apologizes, bruh, do you know how big of a slap? Do you know what they have to do to? Kanye's a billionaire.
That part right there. Let's be clear there, because he at the point in his life where he don't have to answer to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Once you hit billionaire status, you don't have to answer nobody. Listen, this man was living in a stadium. He was renting out rooms, and
I still don't understand that.
Right, but
he did it.
He did it, and that's cheap. I mean, he could have rented the top suite here in Atlanta. He
probably spent $30,000 to stay in the basement of a stadium. That's some crazy, bro.
But the point I'm making is that, but when you that rich, you
right.
can. But when you that rich, you can do that.
You can.
You know what I'm saying? You can go somewhere one day. Hey, I'm rent your house out for a day. I don't need nothing. I just need a room, and I'll clean it. Matter of fact, I'll give you all new stuff. I just need a day stay here by myself. Everybody gotta go. How much you gonna give me? All right, come on, kids. Where we going? We're going to Uncle Head's house for a little week,
Exactly.
for a day or so. But when you rich like that, you can do that.
Yep.
So the point he's saying is that the fact that if when Ye has to come out and apologize,
if he does,
right, he might have. Has he?
I haven't seen.
Well,
but
I don't really care anyway. But the point is that if he does, or what I'm saying is that this man is too powerful enough that he can do what he wants. He can buy a whole land and build whatever he wants there and control it. He can name it the Ye area. You know what I'm saying? Like, he do what he want. And no one can stop because he has the money and resources. And even though some companies decide they don't work with him anymore, he still has merchandise out there. He's still you can't just shut down a billionaire like that. It's like trying to shut down so you get more content. It's trying to make Bill Gates no longer a billion no more or trillion or whatever he is. Microsoft is still selling right now. Every single laptop that's not Microsoft, it's Windows. Even though he may not be the CEO of the company no more, he still has stock in it. He has money. He is Bill Gates. He will forever be rich. His kids be rich. Because there's only two operating systems out there to use that's well known and respectable in all workplaces: Microsoft and Apple OS, whatever it may be at the time. So what I'm trying to say is you cannot turn Bill Gates to be broke. So same thing with Kanye West. You cannot make him broke at this point now. He's that powerful. Go ahead.
I just want to add this. Just for when you say that he's rich, people, it's easy to say rich, but a lot of people don't like to put this stuff in perspective. If Ye right now, at a billionaire, if he spent $100,000 every single day, he could do that for 27.39 years.
How old is he now? So he gotta be in his like 50s.
Yeah, at least let's say 45. He could spend $100,000 every single day for the next 27 years.
Without getting any new money coming in.
If he made no more money. So I don't know about you, $100,000 a freaking day is ridiculous. So I just want to put that on the table. So if he has to apologize, what did you have to do to make somebody with that kind of money bend the knee? And that's all I'm gonna say, because, bruh, that's $100,000 every day for 365 days.
He didn't say a week. He didn't say a week.
Oh.
He didn't say a month. He said 100,000 a day.
A day.
A day for 27 years, and he'll be okay.
Bruh.
Damn.
Okay, I just want to put that. So
that's not rich. That's wealthy.
And on the other hand, when you start talking about that, how much money would Kanye's money in a bank have made them? If a bank can pretty much loan out about 10 times your bank account.
Right.
So if he had $100 million inside of a Chase Manhattan bank account, that bank could make loans up to and totaling over $1 billion off of his $100 million investment
alone.
And they decided not to do business with him again. Not because, and it isn't because they don't need the money. No, I don't care about that. It's because he said something they didn't like. They sacrificed hundreds of millions of dollars in profit because he said something they didn't like. Y'all better recognize.
And for them, it's principle. It ain't about, like you said, it ain't about the money. It's principle. Cause mind you, I mean, actually, for them, it ain't the money because they own.
They're the bank.
Right, they are the bank, but it is principle. Like, you know what? We don't need your money, so good luck. Bye.
Yep. But on the same token, FNF, F the police. I'm your pusher. I grew up off of rap. You can say anything about a black man. Halloween's almost here. You know they about to start playing My Mind's Playing Tricks on.
Get them, boys.
Who don't know the lyrics to that song? You know what I'm saying? This year, Halloween fell on the weekend. Me and Ghetto Boys are trick-or-treating. Robbing.
Little kids.
You know what I'm
saying? That's in the rap.
But you ain't have no problem with that. But let me just say something about a certain group of people, and you will be censored and shut down. That if they could do that for their community, they could do that for any community.
Facts.
The black community is dysfunctional because people who make those decisions want the black community to be dysfunctional. A lot of y'all arguing, but y'all ain't even looking at the truth. Kanye just pointed out a little nasty little part of the room that people been sweeping dust under the rug. He just pulled back that carpet, and I salute him for that. I don't know if it'll do any good, but at least some of y'all might notice that if they could do that for Kanye, if they could do that to defend their people, they own the music industry. They own media companies. They own these record labels and contract. They're the managers. They're the writers. They do this stuff, and yet it's okay for Kanye to say, "She ain't nothing but a gold digger. You better not trust you, man. I know she just here for the money." Basically, calling all of our people HOEs, but we better not say nothing about them.
Watch your mouth.
Look at how we beat around the bush the whole time, and not one time did we say they name.
Sure didn't, and sure won't,
and won't do it.
Don't want the smoke.
Watch your mouth.
Watch your mouth.
You can say what you want to say. Just watch what you say.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Because I need my money. I need my bank accounts.
Exactly.
I ain't got no billions, so I'm gonna watch my mouth.
What, bruh?
But the main thing we want to talk about is just the power and the disrespect that we have against each other and what power people have over us. That's all. Just forget what he said and just pay attention to the reaction.
Yep.
What happened afterwards.
I'm not excusing his actions. None of that.
Yeah.
But bruh, it was some big waves moved behind closed doors.
Listen. They got on the red. See, we old heads, right? But if you know the red phone, They call that red phone, Batman. Yeah. And everyone pick at the same time. Oh, we heard what he said. Oh, this is what we're going to do. All right, break.
And make it happen.
Make it happen. That's all. The red phone picked up. They went to the room, picked that red phone up, put the case up, pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Say less.
Yep, say less. I got it, boss.
And if you don't know what the red phone is, you got to watch the old school Batman. Adam West Batman.
Yep.
Adam West Batman. The red phone. It will make sense when you see the red phone ring. It was Batman, right?
Yeah. Adam West, yep.
Yeah, I gotta make sure I ain't tripping out, but yeah, it's the red phone.
Mm-hmm. And he
The old, it's not a red cell phone. It's a red phone. The one you have the rotary 1, 2, yeah.
Hey, and the worst part is, if he bend the knee, we'll be back to talk about this. Because how do you make somebody who don't need you bend the knee? Because if you gave me $100 million, you give me $100 million, I ain't apologizing to nobody for nothing. I can go buy me an island off the coast of Morocco and live for the rest of my life.
Listen, there's land out here in Georgia that you can buy. I mean, it's not close to Atlanta, but it's still land you can buy. You can start your own community with a hit. We still watching football, y'all. Sorry, dude got blasted. But you can buy your own land. Mm-hmm. You can be like, you can be like Akon in Africa. Akon is taking over in Africa, building electricity and all that stuff, building a Wakanda there. The point I'm trying to make is that as much money as that he has, he can have his own area, his own community, his own hospital, his own studio, his own movie. Mm-hmm. He do what you want and still be as great who he is. Because even though certain companies ain't working with him, he don't need him at this point now. He's still a brand by itself. He's still his brand. Mm-hmm. People gonna still wear his outfits. Not saying they're great looking outfits, but people still gonna buy them. People gonna still wear his shoes, not because they're great looking shoes, because his name's on them. Mm-hmm. And I give him respect for being able to do that, to make yourself into a brand. Like the last person to see themselves make himself a brand was Michael Jordan, because Jordan has his brand now. Michael Jordan he has his own shoe brand. Shoes keep coming out, people keep buying them. Even he's an owner now, so Jordan's the only one out there. Well, Kanye now. That has his own brand based off of his name and who he is. Mm-hmm. So all we're saying is that the man got power of his own. But the fact that if he has to take a knee, like we said,
we'll be back to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because it ain't about what he said. It's about who he said it about. And that junk is funny. Listen, go ahead, man.
No, I'm
done.
Listen, all I want to say is that the people that move in the shadows, they live out. They live past the Arctic walls. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna land there.
Yep,
all right, y'all. Thank you to the.
That was fun. Keep your eyes open.
Tune to the DaChop Team. Thank you. I'm your host, Twin Zink.
What's up, the dart, y'all?
Man, enjoy the rest of your day. We love y'all. Peace.
And the fat guy just ran the touchdown. All right, peace.
Later, y'all.